history of Flat Bridge and the Rio Cobre River, Jamaica. Welcome to Jamaica's history, an island of sunshine, rum, and reggae, but also of rivers that whisper, roads that remember, and bridges that never sleep. Today, we take you down a narrow gorge, carved through ancient rock and wrapped in green silence. We follow a river older than memory, and we cross a bridge built by hands that history tried to forget. This is the story of Flat Bridge, one of Jamaica's oldest, most dangerous, and most mysterious landmarks. And the untamed Rio Cobre, the copper-colored river that flows beneath it, sometimes gently, sometimes with rage. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell, because stories like this, you won't find them in your average textbook. Let's begin. The Rio Cobre. Its name translates from Spanish as Copper River, and when the sun hits it just right, you'll understand why. But beneath that glow lies danger. It begins in the misty hills of Mount Diablo, yes, Mount Devil, and snakes its way through Spanish Town, Bog Walk, and down to Kingston Harbor. But here's the thing about the Rio Cobre. It's not just a river. It's a vein, a lifeline of trade, toil, and tragedy. For centuries, it quenched the thirst of sugar plantations, powered water wheels, and carried barges full of molasses, rum, and bodies. Enslaved Africans once worked along its banks. Many never returned from its depths. The river has moods, sometimes calm and glassy. Other times, in seconds, it rises with thunder and sweeps away everything in its path. Cars, trees, people, dreams. Locals say it has a memory, a soul, and every now and then, it takes something back. Now picture this. It's the late 1700s. The gorge is wild, uncut, and cursed by engineers. Caravans need a way across the river, but it floods, it rages, it kills. And yet, a bridge appears. Not a grand one, not safe or ceremonial. Just a low, flat stretch of stone laid directly across the river's back. This is Flat Bridge. No railings, no arches, just 52 flat stone slabs, held up by two piers, built using primitive tools and sheer agony. And who built it? Not volunteers, not contractors, but enslaved Africans, dragged from fields to the riverbanks, forced to work with ropes, stone, mud, and fear. They carved the road with hand tools and sweat, their bodies often battered by water, their voices lost in the roar. Some drowned, some disappeared, and the ones who survived, their spirits are said to linger. That's why locals say Flat Bridge wasn't built, it was blooded into existence. And then there's the question, why are there no rails? Surely they must have known the risk, surely they could have added barriers. Protection, fences. But back then, protection wasn't part of the plan, especially not for the enslaved. Flat Bridge was made for wagons and donkeys, not motor cars or buses. It was built cheap, and most importantly, it was built to survive floods. See, if you added railings, the Rio Cobre would tear them down. Worse, debris would get trapped, pressure would build, and the entire bridge could be swept away. So they left it naked, flat, exposed, and so it remains today. A bridge that whispers, cross me if you dare. Now listen closely. Flat Bridge isn't just feared because of engineering. It's feared because of what people have seen and heard. There are legends, old ones, persistent ones. Some say the river demands a life every year, that if too much time passes without a death, something strange will happen to claim one. A sudden flood, a driver who swerves, a car that vanishes. Others speak of a duppy, a spirit of a drowned enslaved man still guarding the stones he helped place. And then there's the river woman, a ghost, a mermaid-like being said to rise from the water when it's dark, wet, and quiet. Some call her a Mami Wata, beautiful, deadly, and always watching. Truck drivers tell of headlights cutting off suddenly, of whispers in the back seat, of shadows that cross the road but leave no splash, cross at night, and you'll feel it. The hair on your neck lifts, the wind stills, and even your car hums differently. Now with all this danger, all this history, many ask, why haven't we just torn it down and built something safer? The answer, it's not so simple. Flat Bridge is over 200 years old. It's one of the few structures that has stood since Jamaica's colonial era. Tearing it down would mean destroying a living artifact, a monument to both horror and survival. The bridge is more than stone. It's part of our oral tradition, our music, our storytelling. It's appeared in books, poems, and folklore. People may fear it, but they respect it. The Bogwalk Gorge is not easy to build in. It's narrow, unstable, and prone to flooding. To build a new bridge or tunnel would require massive excavation, millions in investment, and possibly rerouting the river itself. Let's be honest, Jamaica has many needs, from storm recovery to healthcare to modern highways in growing cities. Flat Bridge remains important, but not urgent enough to top the list. So instead we patch it, we monitor it, we pray over it. Over the years, the government has tried. Traffic lights now regulate the one-way crossing. Barriers and signs go up during heavy rains. Police patrol the area when storms threaten to flood the gorge. Concrete has been added, reinforcing the old stone. But make no mistake, the danger is still there, and the river still waits. Some believe it's only a matter of time before Flat Bridge takes another life. Others say it won't. Not if we remember what it cost to build it in the first place. So the next time you drive through St. Catherine and your GPS says approaching Flat Bridge, slow down, turn down the music, and listen, because Flat Bridge is more than stone. It's a graveyard, a story, and a warning all in one. You're not just crossing a river, you're crossing history. Subscribe for more stories from Jamaica's history. Share this video to keep our legacy alive.